generally is not particularly abrasive on the brakes.
At the moment, it's a good day for Max Verstappen, going from 15th on the grid to 2nd in the race. For Sergio Perez, it's an amazing day, and he's on course for just his 5th Grand Prix victory in Formula One. All of them fairly remarkable drives if you count through. On lap 41 of 50, so his first Grand Prix win, last to first challenge for Sergio Perez on the outer loop in Sakir. Then, with the drama of his teammates' tyre blowout in Baku, he was finding himself on the restart with the chance to win the race. Hamilton went sailing by into turn 1 in Baku. Then the 2 wins last year, the Monaco Grand Prix after a strategic error from Ferrari, and then Singapore when he had to defend lap after lap after lap from a charging Charles Leclerc after a qualifying mix-up for his teammate. But if he's able to see this one home, surely one of his most satisfying days in motorsport, because it would be an incredible win given that he's kept his teammate at bay, given that he had to repass Alonso, given that he's kept a cool head, shown good pace, and at the moment would take the championship lead.
It's been a complete drive thus far for Checo, and it wouldn't be a surprise. Anyone tuning in right now, lap 42, and seeing Perez ahead of Verstappen, you're thinking, okay, he did start on pole, Max did start 15th, what were we going to expect, you know? But the safety car brought Verstappen right up to the back of Perez. There was a 5-second gap by the time he had dealt with Russell and Alonso, and it stayed about 5 seconds. That's really good stuff from Checo.
Oh, is it a late lunge? It is, you know, to the inside, forcing Sargent to open the steering, and through goes De Vries, formerly of that team, for 1 Grand Prix. Lando Norris in the mix as well. De Vries is going to be under attack left and right here. The Williams leading the McLaren as we head down to turn 1, on board with the charging Sargent, and he remains ahead for the time being, but De Vries opportunistic up to 14th.
Sargent did not know De Vries was steaming down the inside there. Was caught napping into the final corner.
Okay, target 32.6 plus 0.4.
Is Max doing the same?
Max's last lap 32.6.
I mean, so why you tell me 33.0?
This target plus 0.4, jobs are good.
We are pushing without a reason, guys, but have to do.
The politics, the management from inside the cockpit, coming back from the pit wall as well. Perez knows the threat hasn't gone away yet.
And you know what's great? They've both just done a 32.2.
Yeah,
it goes quicker than the target.
Not what they were asked to do. Sometimes those radio messages are a tad later, but they're doing identical lap times. We'll keep you updated if that changes. A reminder for you though, last year, it's only 6 laps that Max Verstappen led, fewest of his 15 wins. Mika Häkkinen would love to be out there at a circuit like this that requires precision and aggression. 2-time world champion in your picture enjoying this one. Lando Norris using all the curb and a bit more at turn 10.
The next man to try and pass Logan Sargent, but it doesn't look like it's going to yield any points for him if he does. 15th Sargent and slipping back. Eyes on the mirrors as well.
Now let's see if Lando Norris can make the move. The Papaya McLaren, he's got his teammate for company. McLaren's day being undone by Piastri having momentary contact with the Alpine at that part of the racetrack. It then fell off his car into the path of his teammate at that part of the racetrack, and it sent them to the back of the field.
Guys, we don't really need this. So we're pushing now?
You're free to push, free to push.
Yeah. Forget the 32.6, forget the 32.6 plus 0.4. Just go for it then. Verstappen was on that. The message to Perez wasn't wrong before, but then he immediately did 32.2. He's just on a 32.3, and Perez is matching him on the last 2 laps as well. There's no way if I'm leading the race with a 4-second gap and I'm told to just back off into my teammate behind that is Max Verstappen. No, I'll just go and win this one, thank you very much.
Easier just to check out. That's what Checo's trying to do. 4.5 is the gap between him and his world champion teammate, Oscar Piastri, taking the optional line through turn 23. We're on board with the race leader in the left-hand side of your picture, looking for another trip to the podium. It would be his 28th in Formula One. It would be just his 5th on the top step. Logan Sargent in 15th, Lando Norris in 16th. McLaren not having to the start of the year that they wanted, but they're taking this early pain so they can upgrade the car in Baku, and they will hope to be fighting for regular points then. Once again, Sargent defending well from one of the drivers of last season. Lando Norris last year, the only driver outside the big three teams to stand on the podium. That has already changed this year with Fernando Alonso taking a step onto the rostrum. RA just listening in to see if everything's all right with the man out front.
Can you see any damage in the car?
So far, no feedback. Stand by.
Something is not right. I mean, sliding around.
On a set of softs at the back of the field by 33 seconds, and Valtteri has had a bit of a miserable weekend. He wants to have a look at the data, look at the squiggly lines and tell me that something's wrong. Please tell me something's wrong, because this car just feels awful. He's on the softs and he's about the slowest car on track as well.